Sony took a big risk with Madam Web, and it didn't work out. It's seemingly usually it's kind of there's this juxtaposition between what critics see as good and what fans see as good. And for this film, it seems to have been a common consensus that it was just terrible overall.
Yeah, it was all one-sided.
It was all one-sided, and we know this for certain now. It is official that this movie was garbage, and we know this because the GOAT Hideo Kojima has spoken himself. He only used 6 words to bury the film. We're looking at an article right now by Total Film, and the title is alone. It says, Madam Web has been reviewed by Hideo Kojima, and it's taken him just 6 words to bury the film. Hideo Kojima's Twitter profile proudly states that 70% of his body is made of movies, and it shows on his social media page too. The legendary video game developer continually reviews movies and shows, both old and new. While Kojima is never downright brutal with his verdicts, one rule of thumb sticks out. Long reviews equal good. Short reviews equal bad. By that metric, Madam Web might be one of the worst movies Kojima has ever seen. The Spider-Man universe spin-off starring Dakota Johnson as the titular Madam Web has flopped both commercially and critically, garnering only $90 million at the box office and sitting with 13% with reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes. Now Kojima only adds to the growing voices of displeasure with his own review. Saw Madam Web at the theater.
That's all he had to say?
That's it. That's the whole tweet. That's everything.
That's his entire movie review.
That is it.
He saw the movie and that's it. He saw the movie.
It was a movie to him. It was a movie.
Not a good movie, apparently.
Apparently he didn't want to say. It was just, it was the most movie he's ever seen.
The most movie he's ever seen.
And apparently he's done this type of thing before. According to the article, this 2017's remake of The Mummy and X-Men Dark Phoenix were included in his short sentence reviews on Twitter, of all places. But in contrast, he has done more extensive reviews, like with Moon Knight. His review for Moon Knight almost sounds like an essay. He says, I always wanted to watch Moon Knight because I am a fan of Oscar Isaac, but I held out until the Blu-ray disc came out. What a surprise. This is so original. The artwork, the world, the direction, the pacing, it's unlike any hero movie I've ever seen. He continued, above all, the main character, Steven, is lonely and weak. I never imagined such a pathetic and unattractive Oscar Isaac, but this is the good thing. Oscar Isaac exceeds in taking on this difficult role. Excellent casting. I am looking forward to seeing more. Meanwhile, Kojima is taking his own tentative steps towards Hollywood. A Death Stranding movie in partnership with A24 Studios is in the works, which is interesting because I wonder if when his movie comes out, is he gonna if A24 Studios ruins his movie, is he gonna give it another short review? Or if it's good, is he gonna give it a long review? Is it a conflict of interest if he engages in his own movie review?
It would be, wouldn't it? He would have to be honest with it. Come on, honesty is the policy here. So, and it would be up to him, wouldn't it, if the movie would be a flop or not a flop. So, he would have to be honest about it if they ruin his movie.
If his movie is terrible and he's not honest about it, that's definitely going to hurt his credibility, don't you think?
Yeah, totally.
Because he's going to go out there and we're going to see a critical flop or a commercial flop. This is hypothetical, okay? I don't have anything against Hideo Kojima, but he is a subject to criticism like everybody else. Despite being the GOAT can have some bad takes, you know? So far, it seems like he's undefeated on Twitter, by Twitter standards when it comes to his takes. But if he has a commercial flop with this movie and he goes out there shilling for it, it's kind of hard to take him seriously after that.
It really is.
Hopefully he's honest. Hopefully that's what he does. He continues to be honest. He seems like a nice guy, and he seems like a guy who's very into pop culture.